The African continent has been ravaged by war, and conflict abounds everywhere. You go to West Africa and you see Marli and Ivory Coast, the horrors that has happened after the recent conflicts there. And wherever you go, where there is conflict, women and children are always the most severely afflicted. And I believe that these conflicts will not stop until Jesus comes, but we can bring peace to the heart and soul of the women in Africa. Project Hannah has had a fantastic ministry by the grace of God to take women from the deepest hole. They live in a land of no hope, no joy, no health, no food, no education, no respect. Through the messages of the love of God, these women are now living in a land of plenty, of joy, of grace, of dignity. When I was in Africa a few weeks ago, I have the opportunity to travel to the heart of Africa. And there we found this beautiful building. They call that a Hannah's house. We found over 1,500 people, men, women, and children. They came running to us and dancing and singing. And what they were singing is that the grace of God came down to us through Project Hannah. What happens in the Hannah's house is that women come to learn skills, but as they are learning, the Women of Hope program is going on and they are listening. And then after that, they discuss the issues that were talked about in the Women of Hope program. Also in those places, in those houses, you see groups of women praying for one another and praying for their city and praying for their children. It's just beautiful. We all have heard on the news of the terrible situation with the Ebola crisis in West Africa. Transworld Radio and Project Hannah have prepared programs giving them not just information, but also giving them hope and peace and faith in God in the midst of this conflict and in the midst of this tragedy. When I talked with these women and heard their messages and saw them praying and praising God, is that they are living examples of what the love of God and the peace of God can do to a woman that is living in the midst of conflict and destruction. With this message, these women will transform that continent.